I'll just upload it after this first session. Okay, I'll just go through the slide first. So what is the learning objective of this today's session? This particular topic is, it's very small, short topic, instructional design, right? So here what you people are going to learn is to select and transform the informations, right? So whatever the information you have about particular topic, about a particular course, okay, any courses, you have to just select that and transform that information about that course, construct some hypothesis. Hypothesis means some assumptions, right, and make decisions for the course design. Okay, so as a course instructors, as a course designers, right, you people have to, whatever the information, whatever the, maybe you have some handouts, some notes, right, some instruction materials, how you people are going to use that particular course, or how to transform that information in a constructive way, right, to in order to make a decision for designing a particular course. So as you people are a teacher, you must know how to make that course very interesting, right, to the learners, right, how to convert that particular information into a particular format, right, how to use that information through different media, right, and how you can deliver that session, how you can implement that particular course in front of the learners. That we are going to see in this particular topic. Okay, so let's begin with the contents. So what, these are small contents, but just we'll have to see what are the different different models are very important in this instructional design. Okay, first of all, what is an instruction design? We are going to see what are the goals and objectives of that instructional design, right, and the different models. I think the last model we have already seen in the previous session, Robert Gagner's 9 event of instructions. So basically we have to focus on these two models. Okay, so what is an instruction design? Okay, so I think I just I gave in information about instruction design. As a teacher, as a course instructor, you people have to collect an information, right, the teaching learning plan, whatever the teaching learning material you have, into a plans for instruction material, strategies, formats, and training programs. You have to just translate that general principles of teaching learning into plans for instructional materials, strategies, formats, and the training programs, right? So general principles of teaching learning means, I think what was the traditional teaching learning? You people are going into the class, right? You're starting a discussion about the topic. If you have any question in the session, you people are raising your hand for answering. Teachers are asking the question. All these are the general principles, right? Asking the questions, what are the purpose of this particular course? What objective of this particular topic? What is the learning outcome of this particular topic? What is the learning objective of this particular topic, right? How you are going to implement that particular topic, right? So all these things, right, comes under the general principles, right? And these things we have to plan out for some instructional materials, strategies, formats, and training programs. Okay, so it is one of the information iterative framework that guides us for the designing. What is an instruction design? It is also an iterative framework which guides us to design. So process of creation of learning activities. Now let me give you some example of learning activities. I think I'm just giving you, after every session I'm taking the quiz, right? It is one of the activity. Okay, what is that? It's one of the activity. If I'm just, let's say we are taking some exercise. Let's take one exercise. On that exercise, how you people are going to respond, right? It is one of the group activity where whenever an instructor asks you something, some kind of group discussion, it is one of the activity. Okay, so the process of creation of learning activities, it is one of the learning activities, creation of learning activities. Now what it does, it focuses on learners and learning goals. What instruction design does, it focuses on learners, right? It is not related to any feedback, right? Nothing like that. It simply focuses on the learner's interest and the learner, what they want exactly, right? Sorry. So this is a small brief introduction about what is an instructional design. Okay, so translating general principles of teaching learning into plans, right? We are just making a plan how to make that lecture session or a particular session very useful to the learners. Okay, through the different instruction materials, different type of activities, some training programs, right? In that way, you have to design a particular instructions. Okay, it is similar to like simple example I can give you how you people are designing your course outline, right? It is similar, it is same way, it is the same like instructional design. We have some separate sections when you are designing a course outline. The information about your title section consists of information about your course, right? The course objective, course outcome, lesson plan. For every lesson plan, every lesson chapter, you have learning objectives, some learning outcomes. What are the tools and technologies that you're going to use for explaining that chapter? So all this comes under the instructional designs. Okay, then yes, what are the goals and objective? What does instruction design brings you? Okay, so what is a good thing about instruction design? It maintains the quality of the course, right? It's a driver of quality of the course. It's a quality of the course, right? So the student, whenever the student, let's say, let's say if I've not given you the course outline previously during the first session, so you people are not aware of this, like what this course consists of, right? How you are going to plan your course, how you're going to plan your preparation, how you're going to, make that particular assignment, how you can complete the assignments of the course, how you can plan for the future, right? What are the use of this particular course in the future, right? So if I would have not given you that course outline, so you people are a bit confused, like how that course are going to be very useful for the students, right? So in that way, you have to just specify that course outline or the instruction design to the students. So what is the benefit of it? It enables a consistency, okay, across multiple people in the team, like developer, instructors, and designers. See, again, I'm telling you, this is not only a individual work. It is not only single teacher's work to design the entire course. Of course, as an instructor, I can have so much information about the course, but the developers and designers, these are the different technical people. Those are going to design some kind of, they can use some kind of tools or softwares to make that course in a to represent in a proper sequential way. Okay, so here these three people are very important: developers, instructors, and designers. What is the role of developer? Right, it will maybe he'll use some coding, some storytelling, some kind of software, right? He's a developer for that particular course, right? For some kind of e-learning tool like that. Instructors are like us, we teachers. What instructors are doing, whatever the information they have, they gather all the information, they collect all the information, right? And what these designers are doing, they are just finalizing the layouts, the designs, right? What sequence should be followed. I think that sequence and instructor designers and instructors works together to show how to make that particular course in a proper sequence, right? Fine. Then it's a very effective way to communicate content of different types, right? If I'll give you some, kind of website, let's say if I'm creating my website, in that I'm just uploading my all notes, right? I'm not uploading exactly, I'm just static contents I'm just putting on that website, right? So obviously that will be one of the way of representing, effective way of communicating my content to the different users, right? To the different type of people. Okay, so you can create your own websites. I think there are so many websites are available nowadays, right? But only thing is how they're representing in a proper way. That is an important thing. Okay, then it tracks and utilizes the experiences of the teams. Okay, if let's say the course have been modified, right? Because generally we are not following the same course outlined for all the rest of the 3 years, 4 years. Maybe after 2 years, we are going to revise that particular course outline, right? So here the experience of the team matters because these people knows how we have designed that previous course. So how to modify that content, right? So here, like I told you, these three people, developers, instructors, and designers. These people are very important for for sharing their experiences, like about a particular course that they have designed, right, in the past. So this is the goal and objective of instructional design. Okay. Okay, so let's take one activity. Okay, let's an exercise for all of you. Just put it on the chat, or like just put it on the chat, like what is your observation about this particular exercise. So the exercise is, in case you want to create some e-content, what are some of the fundamental questions that you would like to ask before you go ahead and go into design and developing the content? Okay, so I'll repeat what is the, I'll just tell you what is this exercise. You have to just post it on the chat, or maybe if you can raise your hand in the, raise hand option is also available, right? So you just wanted to, I just wanted to know, like, what are the questions, fundamental questions, right? Generally, you can ask before you are just designing any course, right? Designing and developing the course. Did you understand this question? If you understood that question, please put it on the chat, answer, or you can just raise the hand so that you can give the answer to everyone. Okay. So Blicker is telling contents and activities to be done. Okay. So that's what the question is. Before designing the contents, what are the questions that you have to ask? Okay. What are the fundamental questions? The objective of the content, correct? What is the objective of the content, right? That must be one of the question, correct? Okay. Target. Target. Yes, you can say that target. Yes, the audience is very important. Who all are the learners? Correct. Audience is very important. Correct. That is a correct, very, very good answer. Yes, that's same. Who all are the participants means is the same. Previous knowledge and experience. Okay, that is correct. It's a prerequisite. For example, the existing, one of the good example that Cynthia has shared, previous knowledge and experience. Why? Because, for example, you people are learning advanced programming. Okay. So this is one of our course, advanced web programming. But before that, what is the prerequisite for that course? What is the prerequisite for that course? This is one of the question. So what is the prerequisite for the advanced web programming? Maybe the basic programming is one of the question. Okay. So that could be one of the question. Okay. So that you can say as one of the good question. That is one of the good answer that he has given. Then is infrastructure is good? That could be one of the question. Requirement of the course, yes, that is very important. What is the requirement of the course, right? So this is the importance of the courses. This question should be asked, right? Availability of the resources. Time and budget is not. See, time and budget are totally different thing. Okay, it is about simply how you people are going to design the course. Okay, why? See, you have to create an e-content, right? I'm just discussing about not about the infrastructure and about the resource, other resources. I'm just asking as a teacher, right? What question comes in your mind before designing any e-content or content? Okay. So number of participants not required really, because it can be n number of participants. Design the friendly interactive interface. Yeah, for say designing the friendly interactive interface, you can say like how you can deliver that particular content. That is an important. Okay, how the mode of delivering the session. That is good answer. Okay, background of the learners. Yes, that is the prerequisite thing. Like learners must be, of that particular course only. See, if I'm teaching you some humanity subject, but our course is related to ICT, so it should not be like that. Correct? So that background of learner is a very important thing. Correct. Right, so good. I think most of you have given good answers, right? So let's see what are the expected answers. So the exercise is like in case you want to create some e-content, what are the some of the fundamental questions that you would ask before you go ahead and go into designing and developing the content? So fundamental questions that you need to ask is what I am going to teach through the e-content, right? For all, what you are going to teach through the e-content, right? This is one of the important questions. What you're going to teach? Why you're creating e-content for that subject, right? Why you're creating the e-content for that course? Is it really important, right? In that way, why am I going to teach this? Why you are teaching this? That means you need to define the objective of that course. See, teaching, like for example, now maybe you're thinking like our course is e-learning design and development. Why we are learning this type of, why we are learning this course? Okay, why we are learning this course? What is the importance of this course? Of course, the importance is once you finish this particular course, maybe you will be aware of creating the your course in a proper design format, right, which will be easily understood to the learners, right? So in a structured way, when you design your course, right, or in the digital format or in the e-learning format in the platforms, this will help you. This particular course will help you to prepare your contents in such a manner that learners will find it very interesting. Okay, and this will not stop anywhere. This will go on in the future. The content, the tools and technologies through the e-learning, this are going to be modified every time. See, just imagine 1 or 2 years back, there was no Zoom, nothing like that. Zoom just maybe just come in the 2 years. Just now in the 2 years only it was there with all features now. Taking the online sessions, right? So this type of advancements are continuously coming. Okay, then who all would want to learn this? I think most of you have given the answers. Who all are the participants, right? That is a correct, very good answer. Then how am I going to teach this? Right? Some like I discussed, like what is the mode of teaching, how you're going to teach that particular course, right? What are the pre-existing conditions? Like I think we have discussed, the prerequisite for that particular course, right? You must be a good, let's say, you must know some previous subjects in order to know the current subject, current course. Okay, so this pre-existing conditions. Okay, fine. So I think most of you have given the correct answers. Yeah, I think most of you have given the correct answers. Okay, so the next thing is before going to that topic, okay, let's finish this. Then I'll show you one a good instruction design, or not instruction design, but some of the learning activities by some software company. I think I don't know if you people have heard about Infosys. Okay, so Infosys is one of the software company, right? IT company. So it has they have also one. They have different courses they are taking, some workshops, online workshops, right? So how they have prepared their content, that I'll show you now. Before that, just will finish off this with what instructional designer do. So it is a role of instructional designer, right? So what does instructional designer do? Find out the need analysis, right? What is the need of why we are preparing this course, right? So he works with the subject matter expert to identify. Subject matter expert means is the teacher or the instructor. So he's discussing with the instructor to identify what learners want. Okay, what is the need of the learner? So here the need analysis is there. Okay, develop learning objectives, ensure content match objectives. Okay, see, it is not like you can define any objective. It is not like that. Your objective should be match with the topics, the contents you have designed, right? The contents you have given. See, what is the objective of taking the Kahoot session, right? Why I'm taking the quiz? It has some objective, right? It is not like I just wanted to, make it compulsory to you all, so that I just wanted to punish you all like that. It is not like that. There has some objective to conduct some, kind of activities, right? So develop the learning objectives for that particular courses, and it should be matched with your objectives. So it should be matched with the overall objective of that particular course. Okay. Structure the contents and activities for the student learning. So here you are going to planning, and you're just planning the contents, right? How you can just structurize that content and activities for the students, right? For example, whenever I'm taking my session, or I used to, just revise the previous thing first, right? Then I'm just starting with the new content, and I'm just going through some activities, right? Then later on, we are in the next session again, I'm just repeating the same time. So these are the some, kind of instruction designers. That they are these people are just following some kind of, some discussion with the instructors in order to fulfill some kind of activities. Okay. Then revise and rewrite the content to shape it for the learning needs. See, every time if I'll show you the same content for every batch, right, it is not good, right? So every time there should be a revision of the course, right? There should be a revision of the course, the content that you are learning, right? Even some, like I told you, that there's always there's advancements, right? The new things are coming every time, so you need to upgrade your course. So revise the content according to the upgradations, right? Advancements. Then create media to support learning. Here you can create the videos, you can create some animations, some simulations, right, to support that learning. The important thing is develop assessments. See, if I'll take some assessments, right? Assessment means, see, I took one exercise, right? So some of you people have responded. That is kind of assessment I'm doing. Who all are given the answers, right? So maybe I can, consider this thing as one of the assessment thing, right? So it is one of the activity. I took one exercise. So many of you have responded, right? That is maybe a formative assessment. What is a formative assessment? In which, and whenever I'm as an instructor, whenever I'm just giving you some questions, you are replying immediately for that particular thing. Okay, it is just a formative assessment. Okay, then adapt instruction materials across formats, face-to-face learning or online learning. Okay, so what are the instruction materials you have designed, right? So it should be adapted to either face-to-face learning or online learning. So it depends, like how you want to deliver your session. If you're delivering face-to-face, how you're going to use that instruction material. That instruction material should be adaptable to in both the cases, either face-to-face, it should be in the online, in that way. Okay. See, if I have to take a face-to-face session now, obviously I'll use the similar type of PowerPoint presentation, but I change my way of taking the activities, right? I can change my way of taking the activities because you people are maybe present face to face, right? I can change the way of taking. Maybe I'm not going to take the Kahoot quiz. Maybe I'm going to take some group discussion, right? So in that way we can just use our whatever the instructional materials we have in a different formats. Okay, so there are three important things that we are instructional designers are doing: need analysis, planning and training, and implementation. Okay, so this is the role of an instructional designer. Okay, fine. So before going for the further session, you can ask me question. I'll just show you one just a content that has been designed by the Infosys. Okay, just I'll show you that content. You can share your questions if you have up to this. I think in 1 minute the session will get terminated. We're going to again reconnect. So any questions, I'll just unmute you. Otherwise, if you have to ask something. Yeah, you have 1 minute. Okay, no questions. Okay, so one of the question is, who is an instructional designer? So he could be, it's not necessarily he is the only, he could be one of the designer, like, the screens designers, the layout designer, right? He might be a different person. He might be, some kind of software designer, right? He may have good layout, creative designing things. So he, along with the instructor, sit together to just put that, how we can put it in a sequential way, all the contents. Okay, so is that person? Any other question?